Hey guys, what's going on? Back again with another Panini Dunk. I just got this question from a viewer, Kim. I don't know if she's a subscriber or he or she is a subscriber, but Kim posted a question, and I'm glad when people ask questions because it reminds me, oh yeah, I was supposed to make a video about that like 2 years ago or a year ago. So she brought up the question again, and I have some free time, so I want to go over it. And the question that they asked is, how do you know what cards are good? How do you know pretty much like which cards are She asked what cards are good. I'm gonna continue that by saying, asking more questions like, what cards are the best, what cards are most valuable, maybe if you're looking for investing, making some return on your cards, which ones will get you the best money back. And there's going to be a long answer and a really short answer. The long answer is all obviously going to be for the fan, if you're a basketball fan, if you are a trading card fan. The short answer, quicker, shorter answer is going to be if you're an investor, if you're into the whole NFTs, you're looking to make some money on digital stuff. Those are obviously going to be really quick and short because it's kind of like cut and dry. Whereas if you're a basketball fan, if you're in your 50s, 60s, 40s, 30s, whatever age group you're in, it's going to make a little bit more sense. So to start with, I'm going to go to my collection and I'm going to go to all my cards. And first and foremost, I'm going to show you which ones are valuable. Let's say you already have a collection. You probably know this if you already have a collection. But if you don't, then I'm going to show you how to get the valuable cards. Again, it's going to be the long answer. So I go to my collection and they do it by year. Like every pack is like 2018 select, 2019 select. So different rookies and different packs and stuff like that. Again, long answer. I should probably save it for the investment part, but rookie cards are always going to be the most valuable. But you're going to have to wait like investing 5 years, 10 years down the road. Unless you want to sell it now really quickly, make some cash off of it, but then you potentially win or lose money down the road. So I'm going to go to my 2000. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit further. Let's do 19. I'm going to go 2019 collection. So let's say you already have a collection. You're going to want to go to your sort over here to this filters, and then there's sort. So you want to click on sort, not filters, and you click on multiplier. Multiplier is going to show you the best way. So logo men are kind of top of the line, the best of the best, the most valuable. So you can see I obviously have a couple of those. Now here's the tricky part. Like I said, it depends if you're a fan or not. Some of these guys, I'm a Spurs fan, but they're not the best player. But then you might have somebody who really wants a logoman for their collection. Again, logomen are top of the line, probably the best of the best stuff that you can get. In real life, they sell for hundreds of thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. Now, let's go down the line a little bit. Let's say I have a Isaiah Roby for the Dallas Mavericks. I'll click on that one. At the bottom, it's going to say 1 of 5. So there's only 5 of these digital ones made. 5 Logoman rookie cards were made for Isaiah Roby in the National Treasures line of cards. Now, Logoman might be made in select. I don't know if select. Well, let's just say select. It might be made in, Crown Royale or Crown Royal, whatever. But for this National Treasures set, only 5 were made. I got the first of the 5, so 1 is my serial number, and there's 5 of them made. So that's kind of the long and short of it. But let's say this card's really valuable, it's worth a lot of money, but let's say somebody else had a Luka card. Like Luka cards, only 3 of these are made. Same thing, I have number 1. So you're gonna have to decide, do you wanna, and they actually do it by rankings too. Like when you sort it, the first ones up top are the most valuable in theory. And then the other thing too is the multiplier on the back. This has a 32 multiplier. And I don't know if, I guess he's still in the league. I don't want to say he's not in the league, but there's no games that are coming up. But those are a couple things. So the short prints. the type of cards and stuff like that, the player. So what I'm basically getting at is Isaiah Roby means nothing to me. Let's just say somebody else had a Luka, and I'm like, I want to start collecting Lukas, and Luka can have more. Obviously, he's gonna have most potential. He's doing really good. So the Luka card, even though it only has a 20 multiplier, that's the way that Panini groups it. The Luka card might trump, let's say, or be better than the Isaiah Roby. But let's say you really want a Logoman for your collection, you're willing to give up your Luka, because the Logomans are the most expensive, they're the hardest one to get. I think Panini had a sale on them, so I actually picked up a couple of them. I think you were guaranteed one Logoman per pack in that sale or whatever you want to call it. But what I'm getting at is everything is kind of subjective. Like some people might be a Trae Young fan, and this is only limited to 100. But let's say I have my, Logoman. That's only 5 of them are only made, but I really like Trae Young. I want his cards or an autograph. I don't know who this guy is. Kevin Porter rookie card. On autograph, patch autograph. Only 3 of them. I have number 3 out of 5 and stuff like that. So for starters, if you're a basketball fan, you might have favorite teams, favorite players, favorite position, favorite college they went to, stuff like that. So that is one way that people know what cards are good. And this is a long answer. It's kind of subjective. The best analogy is like maybe food. That's why they say trading cards are timeless, because if you're a little kid, you can relate to trading cards, because it's like trading lunches in school or trading your snacks. Let's say you have a Twinkie. Somebody really wants your Twinkie, so you say, hey, give me 3 of your, give me 2 slices of pizza, I'll give you my Twinkie, or something like that. So it's all subjective. Maybe you love pizza more than you love Twinkies, or maybe you love brownies more than you love Twinkies, so you're going to trade with somebody. Somebody who you have to find somebody who really wants a Twinkie, and or you got to find somebody who has a brownie, find somebody who wants a Twinkie. Maybe that person will take your Twinkie, then they'll trade it to somebody else to get like a pizza. So that's the same thing. It's almost the same thing with fantasy. Let's just say I know somebody who's a Kevin Porter fan, wants an autograph. I don't want it, but I know somebody else who wants it, and they have like a Kobe or something like that. Then I'm gonna trade it for the Kobe. Maybe he doesn't like Kobe. Maybe he's a Kings fan and he just stumbled across a Kobe in his pack. So it's kind of like very subjective. First of all, that's the long answer. It's subjective. That like, let's say Cody Martin, somebody's a Hornets fan. I don't like the Hornets. I don't even know too many of the players. I don't really know who Cody Martin is. But I know somebody who really wants it, so I'll trade for the Cody Martin, then I'll trade that Cody Martin for maybe like a Spurs cards or a net card, or something like that. So maybe somebody really wants a patch, because patches are kind of very rare too. So that's the kind of the long answer, is like a card is considered good depending on the person, but that's the kind of trading card fan, basketball fan answer. A card is only good for the person who wants that card. Again, you might not care for the Knicks. Like me, I like KD, so like I would collect or trade for KD. And let's just say I have like 3 of these. I really don't know. Well, I know who Malcolm Brogdon is, but let's say I don't really want his card. I'll trade it for another KD card. But then on the bottom, you want to look at the short prints. This is 3 of 5. Now, the quick, easy answer, that was a long-winded trading card fan, basketball fan answer. If you're in it for the long run, but if you're in it for the short run, you just want to make some quick coins, sell it, maybe sell it on eBay for some cash, if you can find somebody you trust on eBay to sell it to. The short answer is, again, look at the multiplier on the back. 32-time multiplier is the most valuable in my collection for that year. And then at the bottom, short printed 2 of 5. Only 5 of them were made in whatever year this is, 2000. I don't know what year this card is from. Should be a way to tell you what collection it's from. Oh, you can probably. you can probably find it somewhere, but I'm not going to go through that because it's going to be kind of complicated. Actually, you can. So let's just say, yeah, it's by the year. So that was 2019. So same thing. Let's go to 2020. My most valuable card in 2020 is Colin Sexton, 5 of 5, 30-time multiplier. Now, easiest answer is look at the bottom, 5 of 5. Look at the multiplier on back, and you want to sell it when a player has a big game. So that's why they put the stats on the back, I believe, is so you know when Fred VanVleet, he just got engaged or married or something like that. So you got to look when the value's high. That's why they put the games in the stats. Maybe Panini should put like a notifier, like this is a hot card right now. Maybe you should sell it. Maybe I'll let them know that because one of the marketing executives, actually follows me on Twitter. So maybe they should notify people. Well, actually, no, then they might get into legal trouble. Like, you told me to sell it. This card was hot. I made no money on it, or, something happened. So that might be a bad idea because then you're kind of like giving people investment, recommendations or investment, whatever, and it might go sour. So I lost a lot of money on the card. You told me it was hot to sell it. Maybe they should just notify people that the player had a hot game, I guess, or a big game. But I don't know the specifics. But great, same thing. Craig Elo, like I said, depending on your age, you might have grew up in the 80s. You might have grew up in Cleveland. Craig Elo is one of your favorite players, maybe because of the Jordan shot and all that stuff. So again, there's a really short, quick answer if you're a basketball fan. This isn't the most valuable one, but people ask for this all the time to trade. They want to do a trade for it. But I'm a Shaq fan, and it's kind of like a logo man of its own. It's 1 of 5. Shaq is Shaq. So I probably might never part with this unless if anything, I'll sell it for coins so I can buy more packs. For trading, I don't know what I would trade it for. I would have to trade it. Same thing, like I would want like a 90s Bulls, Pippen, Bulls, Rodman. I don't know who else. Maybe a Kobe or something like that. I'm trying to figure. I'm a Jason Kidd fan, Nets fan. So maybe some cards like that. Something that's same short printed, or you have to give me like 3 cards. For this one, Shaquille O'Neal and stuff like that. Same thing. It hasn't worked out for him anywhere he goes, but I'm a big James Harden fan also because he's a lefty, and I'm a lefty. It's 3 of 10. And I'm just looking at what Charles Barkley. Some people might be Charles Barkley fans. There's only 100 of these made. You look at the multiplier, it's 20. So you just kind of figure out what you want to set it for when you sell it. Maybe he's already in the Hall of Fame. But that's the thing, too. I don't have any Ginobili cards, I don't think. I don't know for what reason. Ginobili's not, like, on any of these. Let me just see something real quick. Manu might get into the Hall of Fame, so I think he's... And this is going to give me another 2016. Another good example is... these are the old Panini Dunk cards, so right away, he's not the best player, but it's an older card. I might sell this for a lot more. I mean, he's a great player, but he's not, like Kobe or Shaq or LeBron or LeBron. He didn't win like MVPs or anything like that. He was a sixth man, unfortunately, for most of his life. He could have been a starter on a different team, but he wouldn't have won championships. He could have made more money, stuff like that. But he wanted to stay with the Spurs, wanted to come off the bench. He was okay coming off the bench his career. He could have been a starter. He could have been a guaranteed Hall of Fame if he went to any other team. He won a couple championships. Now, it's an older card, which puts the value very high because not that many people... It's like Fortnite also, unfortunately. It's like Fortnite Season 1 skins are going to be the most valuable because they're the rarest. It was before everybody jumped on the hype train. It's the same thing with Panini and NFTs. you jumped on it early, you got cards like this, these are going to be the most valuable cards. And I don't, for some reason, have any Ginobili, so he might not even be in any other set. So that's the other thing too, is Ginobili might have only been in Panini for 2016. I think he might have been part of Upper Deck and, that whole Michael Jordan Upper Deck thing. I don't think he's really Team Jordan, is he? But for some reason, Manu, I don't have any of his cards. So, but that should pretty much wrap it up. I'll see you guys.